I'm Jason Bolt and I've been diving since April 2001, and I'm one of the part owners of Yorkshire Divers. It started off with looking for a buddy to dive with in West Yorkshire. There was a news group on the internet where a guy posted looking to get buddies for midweek diving. So I responded and got in touch with a guy called Andy. And it was during one of our trips to Stony Cove where we were talking about websites, and I happened to mention that we could probably do something like that ourselves, so we did. The forum went live in November 2001. Originally that was the purpose. We'd hoped to maybe get 10 or 12 people that we could get together for diving from the Yorkshire area. It very quickly grew outside of the county, so it's now nationwide, and also we've got divers across the world as well. We have just shy of 13,000 members at the minute who have contributed, just coming up to 1 million posts on the website. We get all sorts of people joining Yorkshire Divers. We get people from teenagers who have just started into diving themselves, through to housewives, to company directors, to holiday operators, to people just travelling the world. We have people from all walks of life who have joined Yorkshire Divers, all under the common bond of being into scuba diving. One of the things about Yorkshire Divers that really comes into its own is the amount of information that's passed from one person to another. We're constantly getting people asking questions about, is this the right equipment for me to use at this stage? What should I be looking at for the next qualifications? Right through to people coming back from a dive saying, I've got a tingle in my toe, what should I do about it? And the information passed across is anything from immediately phone through to the chamber to find out whether you've got a bend, or in relation to equipment or dive course, what the most appropriate course would be for the next stage of that person's development. What seems to amaze me about Yorkshire Divers constantly is the way that people do interact on the website. A really good example is we have an informal service called the YD Postal Service, which invariably starts off with somebody posting, I have a cylinder in Newcastle that needs to get to Bodmin, can anybody help? And invariably somehow, through a number of stages, the cylinder will get from Newcastle to Bodmin. A number of the divers do get together on a regular basis, whether it's at the car park in Stony Cove, or sharing a liveaboard on Scapa Flow, or indeed attending either of the dive shows. Christmas seems to be a particularly popular time, so around about November time you'll see posts for drinkies in the north, drinkies in London, drinkies in Ireland, etc. So they do seem to meet up on a semi-regular basis, but it tends to either be for big dive trips in the summer or for seasonal drinkies around about the Christmas period. So we decided that it would be a good idea to use the number of divers on the board to raise money for charitable causes. So we threw it out to the membership asking them to nominate charities, and on the basis of the number of votes we pick the top voted charity for that year. Yorkshire Divers is currently raising money for the RNLI this year. We did the same charity last year where the members of the board raised just over £3,500 for the Lifeboat Institute, which was a terrific amount of money raised. We also raise money every year for the motor neuron disease charity because of one of the divers, a guy called Chris Hall, who was extremely helpful, extremely well thought of on the boards, sadly was diagnosed with motor neuron disease and subsequently passed away a couple of years ago. It's difficult to say where Yorkshire Divers will evolve into. When we started up we had no plan about where we wanted to go. One of the exciting things has been just literally letting the boards evolve over time, through the comments and the information that appears on it.